It was the first time he ever felt something like this. He started sketching her face on paper, planning to surprise her. Suddenly, the woman unwrapped the chocolate on the table. Without even asking him, she broke off a piece and popped it into her mouth. He was a bit stunned. To claim his territory, he broke off a piece too and did the same. She shot him a dismissive glance, then gave a mischievous smile. She thought this guy was oddly amusing, stealing her chocolate so confidently. She glanced at him again, and continued eating more pieces, before they could start a conversation. The train's arrival announcement came on. She stood up and got ready to leave. As he watched her walk away, Cameron couldn't help but smile.
Je vous l'offre.
But soon after, he realized his own chocolate had been in his pocket the whole time. A few weeks later, they met again on the train. Cameron awkwardly apologized for what happened, and gave her the portrait he had drawn. Suddenly, she called him back, and handed the drawing back to him. On the back was her contact information. He looked up at her walking away, and felt pure joy. The two quickly fell for each other, and eventually got married. They even had a smart, adorable son. One evening, Cameron came home from work, kissed his wife, who was already asleep, then headed to the bathroom to wash up, but suddenly felt dizzy, and collapsed onto the floor. A long while later, he gasped for air and woke up. Seeing his wife still asleep, Cameron forced himself up, and quietly shut the bathroom door. A few months earlier, Cameron had found out he had a malignant brain tumor. It was inoperable. He had tried to tell his wife, but couldn't bring himself to do it. Looking at the warm, peaceful scene only made him feel more heartbroken. He hid in the bathroom, wiped away his tears, and decided to move forward with the plan he had prepared. At dawn, Cameron took a boat to a remote island. A female scientist was already waiting for him. Cameron walked into the underground lab, and saw his clone for the first time, but staring at the man, who would soon take his place with his family, Cameron hesitated again. He was afraid of being replaced, afraid of being forgotten. When he got home, his wife noticed he looked tired, and gently pulled him into her arms, letting him feel their unborn child. Cameron closed his eyes, listening to the tiny heartbeat, and hesitated again.